Jeffers. We are the Jeffers.
Rob K. Blues
And Justin Carvana.
And we are.
the Jeffers.
It's the Adventures of the Jeffers.
We here.
We're getting into it?
I think we're getting into. Wait.
Yeah, no, I gotta be right back. I'm gonna grab Rumble real quick. I'll be right back.
Makes sense.
Wait. You've never been here before. Where are you going?
I shot a Rumble Mints
What do you
before.
look? What do you? Oh, yeah. All right. That's what's up.
You know what? Rumble Mints. Holler at me.
Yeah. Oh.
Also, people ask why bartenders drink Rumble Mints. It's 100 proof. Okay, we hate ourselves, right?
Well, it's mostly. I think it's mostly because like I like the feeling of suffering as it travels down the bottom part of my esophagus.
Dude, I worked with a girl bartender and be like, "You want to do Washington apples?" I'm like, "Absolutely fucking
Dude,
not."
Washington
I have
apples.
habitual bad breath, so.
Like if you're making a shooter behind the bar
Wait,
for
hold on,
yourself,
hold on, wait. Habitual bad breath? Like, is that something like that's
How's
happening?
y'all
You know
doing
what?
on
Like,
that?
okay, we haven't got. Like, all right,
Kinda fucked up,
I had
though.
so many questions on that.
I'm talking about halitosis.
Oh, it's yeah.
No, it's
sorry,
called gingivitis.
sorry, I got a bad pour. My bad.
Remember-
Damn, that is a 2 ounce.
I remember Rob said,
don't
"You ever
work
heard
till
of a
4
shot of
p.m.
that?" Rob was like, "So I make a really good applesauce." I was like, "Yeah, I was doing that 9 years ago."
I made that for somebody actually earlier today, too. They're like, is this new? I'm like, no.
But it feels new.
I don't have too many of them, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Whoa.
All right, we were.
See, I need a chaser. You know why?
Why?
One time I took a shot and I spit it in my owner's face because I didn't have a chaser. He looked at me dead in the eyes. He goes, "If you take a Rumble Mints, chase it from here on out."
Because you
And
spit
you know, you're a bartender, right?
Yeah.
What I always ask for, what, a Coke back?
I thought it was Diet Coke, though.
I mean, I'm trying to watch my weight.
Which
Like,
cock? What Coke are you talking about? Like Pusha T
Like-
Coke?
No, not the one on the plate. The one on the soda gun.
But I mean, Justin works at what, One Star Federal Hill, Baltimore. Like it's definitely the busiest bar, right? When I go in there, like I feel old. Like it's getting
You
young.
feel old? I'm 30. The oldest bartender's 41.
You know, you know how old I am? Guess.
Not 41.
Guess.
You're not 41.
Guess.
37.
38.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not
See, I
bad.
actually didn't know that at all. So.
What, like,
Not
we've
bad.
all had bad experiences behind the bar, right?
Wait, but how? Wait, like so. Like, what time do you no longer walk into One Star at?
No, I mean, I still walk in there. I don't give a fuck. Dude, I have no self-esteem. Like, you know.
I tell you right now, I don't think I've ever seen you between the hours of like 10 p.m. and about 12:30.
Well, you know, like I went in there one Saturday night, right? It's like 12:30, right?
No, you got
And
there at
you're-
12:30.
you're
Like
s-
right when it started
yeah,
to die down a
You're
little bit.
standing there and you're just like crammed in between people, right? I'm like, what am I
Getting
doing
pushed
with
around.
my life, right?
Do you know?
Like-
Do you know what it takes to like stand in between 21-year-olds that are hot and just have their tits out? Like, what do you?
Yeah, we're
like,
taking-
what do you do in that situation?
Went to Towson.
It's
for
called
5 years.
being. You know why you do that? Because you're horny. All right.
No, I didn't
Yeah, I
mean
saw
to
a
do it.
shirt
They
with
just
that, by
showed.
the way.
Like,
Ah!
like like working at One Star, right? It's busy, like super busy. Like, is that your worst? Like, you had your worst experience ever at One Star?
No.
Standing between two.
No,
two
drinking
women?
at One Star
Oh,
when I'm
drinking.
off is my worst experience.
Well, what
ever.
about bartending? Like in
No,
town?
bartending's easy.
I mean,
'Cause all I
what's
have to
up-
do is stand next to 4 people that don't want to be next to me. That's fine. 4 is fine. 40 is different.
you guys do have a lot of bartenders back there.
Oh, so on a busy night, we'll have 4 downstairs, 2 up.
I'm not mad at it. Like, makes sense. But I'm saying your worst experience at a bar, like bartending.
My worst experience at a bar, no joke, was happened about 2 weeks ago.
Bartending?
All right, no, yeah, I was bartending. I was busy. I was upstairs,
Gotcha.
and I obviously drank on the job because I kind of had to. That's the only way I get through those shifts.
I think that's a part of the like shift like rules, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to pee. So we are
Like, what kind of pee we talking about?
How
I had to take a
long?
piss.
How long?
I had a fucking pee.
How long does it take you to get to the bathroom?
So usually there's 4 bathrooms, 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah.
Takes forever to wait in line, so I like to pee off the side of the roof. 1, because it's funny. 2,
You talking about like
because
upstairs?
yeah, on top of the roof.
Hold on a second. Hold.
First off,
One,
that's the most,
you
only
think, like, where's
because you
the
haven't been up
bartender?
there.
like,
that's the
one-
most Puerto Rican thing I've ever heard in my
well,
life.
also, like, bartender privileges. If I got a rag in my belt lube, I'm skipping the line. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Here's my thing. So like I was like I had to go. So I'm like, you know what?
Sure,
I told the bartender I was working next to him, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom.
you're on
Be
the
right back.
patio.
So I'm like, I'm running. I cut through the crowd right before I went upstairs. I see some dude like standing in the corner, looking all nervous as shit, like looking back and forth, looking over his shoulders. Even though I'm standing right over him, he's still looking back and forth as if I'm not looking over his goddamn shoulder.
You don't even exist at this point.
He's standing right next to the staircase, not the bathroom, not a trash can, like right next to the staircase.
Sounds like
Dick out.
Oh, he already had his dick out.
Dick out. And I'm like,
Well, what size?
where am I going with that?
All right.
What type of
He
pylon?
was white. We go with that. So I was like, immediately, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'm not waiting in this fucking line to take a piss. And I'm like, the fact you even admitted that.
You can't get mad at him, can
No.
you? You're doing the
I
same
immediately
thing.
got mad at him.
But aren't you doing the same thing?
But he got
You're
bartender.
right. I wasn't
privileges.
waiting in line either, but I'm not going to do it in the fucking corner.
He's inside.
He's
Bartender privileges.
inside
Wait,
the
no,
base
wait,
of the
what?
staircase.
Did you
right
take-
outside the
Did
bathroom.
you take him outside and show him how to do it?
No, I dragged him out, which in the process of me
he
dragging
put
him
his dick
outside,
up?
he started to put himself back in.
Thank
So
God,
again,
thank
so
God.
again, so again, so again.
He might have been
Dude,
gracious
seeing
for
a
himself. That's
dick
about
mid
it.
shift is never going to help you.
No, I dragged this.
Were you gonna ride what?
Yeah, exactly. I dragged this guy with his
So
dick
funny
out
that
outside.
you're going to to pee off the fucking balcony, right?
Yeah.
To like super illegal pee, right? But like this
Bro.
kid's peeing inside. You're like, dude, you crossed the line.
Yeah, but
right?
here's the thing. I have to clean that up.
You
the
step
roof
out-
I'm not cleaning
he
up.
steps outside, he's fine.
No,
Actually, no,
outside,
no.
outside, I'm
I-
fine with.
No, I kick people out of the bar if they're pissing outside, right?
If they
And
want to
then-
piss outside, that's fine. That's on them. If they want to get arrested by a cop, that's fine.
Well, you
If
know,
you're peeing inside the building and I have to clean that up.
the mayor said pissing outside, defecating outside was fine, right? Like during the quarantine, he
Oh,
literally got on TV to let us know you could take a shit outside.
Because the only real rule in Baltimore is this: there's one real rule. You can kill.
Don't do
people.
heroin.
You can
Wait,
kill people.
oh.
You can do heroin. You can steal. You can rob people. Don't double park. That's the only rule in Baltimore. Tell me I'm wrong.
Don't-
You can do anything you want, except you cannot.
Yeah, my
double
car
park.
got lit on
do you know how many
fire.
people get towed in this
my boy.
bitch? Like there's a parking lot right behind my apartment building, right?
Yeah.
People park there for literally 2 minutes. They're towed, right? My
Don't
dad
double park.
came to bring me food. He was there for 3 minutes. My dad's like, I got towed. I was like, I told you don't park in a zone you can't park in, right?
Don't double park.
Gone.
Like I
Can't do
should
it.
start a tow trucking company, man. They got to make bank.
And around this area, all you have to do is just
probably.
check for permits. That's it.
Why do you
I
guys-
guarantee they make bank.
What, I got a question. So
By
speaking,
the way,
speaking of the pee,
am I allowed to pee off the patio? Or
Not
the-
anymore. There's an alarm
Have you ever
on the door.
have you
now
ever
for-
pissed on anyone's head or anything?
No, I don't do that.
I
I
don't
would
either.
go in the
I mean,
shower.
you know, like on accident. You know?
but you guys
On
have
accident.
you guys have been bartenders.
Go in the shower on
Have you
accident.
ever seen anybody puke on the other side of the bar? You know how they just they
Rob,
dip their
we-
head they
we
dip their
worked-
they dip
we
their
were
head down.
working-
They just
Oh,
dip
okay.
their head down and
Once a
puke.
week.
on it.
We were working together. This dude puked in your face. He puked. Our bar is about 12 feet long. He filled the whole bar. I was like, "What did you fucking eat, bro?" Like his stomach was.
But
full.
it's
He
not.
puked
That's,
in
that's,
Rob's
what I'm,
face
that's,
at
not,
this
that's
point.
not what I'm talking about. So I've
I'll
had
puke over
people,
the bar?
I've known guys that they're literally like, he's like, I had to puke. I was like, well, go to the bathroom. He literally just bent over behind the bar, puked behind the bar without anybody seeing, and then
Trash
just
can?
kept drinking. I was like, I didn't know whether to
Can I-
respect that or just be like,
Can I tell you the most a move a customer made on me where I should be pissed, right? But it was such a good move. This girl told me to go fuck myself, right? Throw a drink at me. And then,
Great
she,
start.
then she turned all the taps on, right? So instead of me being able to go kick her out, right, I had to turn the taps off, right? And she's gone at this point. I'm like, good move, man. Good fucking move.
you got you, you got me, you got you enough time to get out.
I'm like, because I'm just like, damn, man, I wouldn't even thought of that. Like, she in her head.
She distracted
No,
you.
she went out of her way to do that one. She did that shit on purpose. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
I
got
think she
you.
planned that attack, man.
Wait, what were you gonna do if you caught her though?
I was gonna
like,
get
you went around the
security
bar.
and kick her out, man. You know how
Oh.
good it feels to kick someone out. Like
Oh,
you're
it's
not gonna do
amazing.
shit. I'm like,
No,
I'll be
no,
right back.
I don't, it feels better when you don't get security.
And
You
you
have
do it
security
yourself?
watch you kick someone else out. That feels that's humbling.
I don't
right
need
there.
your help, security. I got this.
It's like, hey, you're paid to do this. Don't worry.
Can I
Got
say
Especially like sometimes security likes to fight the customers.
Yeah, they
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh,
They're
they
like-
think you're
do
they
not-
that
I'm not
aggressive.
gonna call out any
Very
security
aggressive.
company at this point, but at one point,
But those
I'm
motherfuckers
outs-
play spades, so
I'm outside and they're
I'll
like,
respect it.
yo, man, he was disrespecting me. I'm like, you're security, man. They're gonna disrespect
Yeah.
you, right? Like, you're supposed to not start a fight. Get him out of there, right? Like, calm the situation down. He's like, put my name in the streets. I'm like, all right. I'm like, your name? Okay, I get that. Get that Baltimore, right?
Right, but all right. I gotta tell the story real quick. I'm gonna tell as fast as I can. This dude came in, fucked up. Like, so at our bar we have games. I can't like charge your card. I can't charge your card to give you money or whatever. You got to go to the ATM.
That's our.
He didn't understand this. Right?
Wait, he wanted cash back?
Right.
Yeah, so
right.
Because he didn't want to go to the ATM. So
yeah.
I didn't know where I'd say.
And I told him multiple.
He's like, can I tip you more to get
no.
money?
He wanted to play games. I was like, the ATM's right around the corner, man. Just go to the ATM. I'll give you your card. Do it. Not only did I explain that to him, Jamie explained that to him, and we know who Jamie is. And so after Jamie explained it to him,
he was dumb.
I explained it to him. And if you've ever you've heard me explain stuff
before.
Well,
I'm defensive.
I'm very like in depth about how
Rob,
I explain stuff.
You go. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Okay, when you say that to a human being, I'm out, dude. I am out.
Well, Jamie explained it to him, and then I explained it to him after. He still didn't get it. This. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna contain my language.
An alpha
but
Special Olympics.
I could. I mean, he was tall as Jeff, but he's a little bit bigger. Whatever. Like I could have taken him, but he signed it. He's like, you guys. He signed. You suck, and then signed his name. And I grabbed the fucking receipt, and I was like, oh, bet. I started to walk around the counter, and he was walking out as I was walking towards him. I was like, fuck. Oh, I was about to. I wasn't gonna do anything. I was actually gonna grab security to get him out. I wanted security to take him out because obviously, like, we have liability. Like as bartenders, we can't take him out, so that's why we have security. So they have a certain set of rules that they can do certain shit that we as bartenders can't do.
I tried to jump over the bar and I slipped and knocked myself out. Right at that point, when I arose, right, I said, maybe if a customer shits on me, just let it happen, dude. Like, just take it.
Why do I feel like this is not a fake story?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Oh, no, it happened.
This is at an Irish pub, Kelsey's Irish pub. Fucking, dude, threw a drink at me. He's like, threw his plate. And I'm like, man, fuck you. Come over the bar. Slip, right? Woke up. And my owner looks at me and goes, you learn a lesson? I was like, yeah, I got to just take that shit, man. He goes, the shit with the sugar. There's going to be way more shit, right? That makes the sugar so sweet. I'm like, fuck you, dude. But, like, after that, I learned, like, if a customer shits on you, just let it happen.
Yeah, just you're well known in the area. Like, what's like? Obviously, you got a lot of people coming through to like see you and stuff like that. Like, how many people hate you?
So I'm not gonna lie. So for the majority of actually even to this day, I would say majority of the people that actually contact me are haters.
Yeah, I hate you too.
But you said on your comments, you get a lot of comments because you're a comment.
So I get realistically, let's say like I post a semi-viral video, like a couple million views.
Yeah, like so you said a lot of your comments are negative, right?
I would say at least 3/4 of the comments are some form of negative-based comment or
like people
blame.
like that's getting
like
negative
how like fuck you or like you suck or like what's the harshest negative like you got, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, so some of the harshest negatives I've got are people that already follow me, but they will go out of their way to do the best that they possibly can to make the most directly
your heart.
Like they go out of their way to hurt me.
Really?
By knowing me the best that they can.
What do you do about that?
They come at you like.
Do you meditate or like is?
I'm not gonna lie. For the first like.
Do you respond to all of them?
I used to. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Now I can't.
He's got too many followers. He can't type that fast.
He can't
hit the way possible. It's not because of the followers aspect. It's because I try to make content now that have comments. Okay. I want people to engage.
Okay. So
I make things that are
you want Lamar Jackson to jump on there and like really attack. You know how he did after the.
If he attacked me,
dude, that shit was hilarious.
Do you remember the
Did
Twitter?
you see the Twitter shit?
Did
you see the Lamar Jackson? Dude, that shit.
Dude, when I read that, I was like,
he responded to that as if he was hammered.
I was like,
and I know for a fact he does not drink like that.
He doesn't. He doesn't drink like that.
No, he doesn't. But he was pissed. So like you knew that.
But it was a hearty comment.
That man was on 17 Gatorades, right? He was like, dude, fuck that guy, right?
I mean, like the comment was direct. Like,
did you see the kid though?
He commented at him as if he's been a diehard for a minute,
right?
And we all know that. You could see that from the 20 words.
The kid looked like Buzz from Home Alone.
Hey man,
right?
listen.
He was talking about like, hey, yo, you really want your $281 million for 5 years deal? Like
that kid had to be so proud of himself.
Like all guaranteed. Like you got to prove that in the field. He's like, and then Lamar was like, no, dude.
But
fuck
imagine
you,
getting that reaction out of like the quarterback, right? The kid looks like Buzz from Home Alone. Like I googled like what he looks like. And
the rule of thumb is this, all right?
Like
you'll get the hardest reaction from people that mean the least in your
Like,
life.
like why did Lamar respond to that? Like, there was no reason to.
He didn't have to.
But
The reason why he did is because it was so direct. It felt personal.
That kid did it, right? In that moment, that kid was the man, right?
Right.
He was.
Dude, okay, all right. So this is gonna be like the fucking most basic shit I'll probably ever say on this shit. Like,
Talking about cussing.
I kind of that'd be cool, right? Right? Wouldn't it be cool like you say something
To piss someone off that hard. Like I need Joe Biden.
You're not
Joe Biden to comment on this.
You're not like a
So
and not
in situations like that, and it's not just because I'm older than Lamar. It's not because I've been doing this longer, whatever. Lamar is a professional athlete. Lamar Jackson, all right?
He's
We'll keep
also
that in
a
mind.
human being.
He's a human being.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
He is
Absolutely.
he's an exceptional fucking athlete. He's God tier.
Yeah.
We all fucking know that.
But there's just something about a 6'5"
they're-
pocket passer
There,
that you
But
can't
in
get
a
up.
moment in time, he has his faults. Like
this is
he
more of a
stepped.
situation, a matter of he's not been exposed to enough negative content. I'm not saying it because he hadn't seen it.
People-
all right?
people
He's
really-
been around. I'm sure he's been around
I
that
say
since before
People
Louisville.
ride,
All
people
that.
ride him hard. Like,
No worries. There's no doubt in my mind that has been exposed to that. However, he's not allowed himself to absorb enough of that negative content to the point where he's able to adequately respond to the point where he's actually able to make reasonable decisions.
I'm saying,
And it
I
sucks.
think his girl would give him the pussy, right? And then he read that comment and just fucking went off.
I mean, listen, we've all been denied in situations we've
And
not
you
been
make
proud
him- you
about.
make-
Well, so what do
However-
you, so then what do you
Wait,
so
how
okay in
much-
that case what do
how
you
much
do? What do
pussy
you do?
you get from
You
comments?
have to read enough to the point where you're numb to the aspect that you.
So what do you
You're
do?
not
Do you,
affected.
do you like
You
meditate?
don't-
You take
you
cold
should've-
baths,
should've
cold
left it out.
showers, or you like
I
you
wish
go
it was
like
that easy.
Wait,
For about 2-3 years read about the most negative stuff I could ever read for my
like, so
entire
you're
life.
staying up way too late reading these things.
Yeah, to the point where I was drinking.
But
Like-
how many girls have you gotten from it though?
I'm not gonna lie, a decent amount. However,
Do they DM you and stuff?
I get a pretty decent amount of
yeah.
DMs.
What is your DM? What is your DM?
People just drop it
What's
in
your
their
Instagram?
DM.
What's your
It's not what you
Instagram?
think it
What's
is.
your okay?
It's not
All
what
right.
you think
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Well, let me know.
Dude,
Like,
if you get one girl from it, okay, that's more than
yeah,
than
but
we've
what's your like? Okay, so that's a crazy thing. Like for somebody that has as much followers as you, there's a lot of like data coming your way, and I mean that in form of like DMs. But like, what does that look like on your day to day?
So I'm not gonna lie, from the get go and early on when I first started, it was a lot of, hey, I love your stuff, like keep doing this, like I believe in you, you can do great things. I'm like, yo, this is awesome. I can't wait to hear
Are you getting hate now in the DM?
You know, like initially it was like, this is the best shit in the world. Like I have more yes men in my entire life than I could ever fucking
You're
imagine.
talking about like some
And
real
then it
like
turned-
uplifting speeches in there.
Exactly. And then it turned to extremely negative, like,
Just a
dude, you're just riding off this, like, it's not going to last, well, like, whatever it might be. And then it started to get more balanced to the point where it's now a lot of people that have been following me since day one that have nothing but true hate for me to the point where they want me to fail.
Like you talk about like the day one hater. that
Like,
is still there.
literally to the point where they'll bring up references from, like, month 3.
They might if you really make it in this world, you get
You're like-
famous
you're like-
off it. They might kill you one day.
No, there was, how about this, like, prime example, like, there was someone from my Discord chat who just this morning was like, hey, do you remember that one time when you were in Cancun and you couldn't close with that Russian chick? I'm like, you mean like
just
10 months ago?
bringing up actual things out of your life.
I'm like,
Wow.
10 months ago when I was drunk as shit on vacation, when I couldn't close at 4 a.m.? One, congratulations, you remembered that. Number 2, you got the text references from the Discord chat
also,
and
what does
brought
this-
it back up
What
again.
does this have to do with the fucking content you're providing?
But this kind of stuff is what happens. Like, when the more you post stuff, the more people want to know you as a person in every single thing you post. So
But
they'll
that's
bring
not-
up situations
That's what happened
that
with the
you
more
forgot
followers. The
yourself.
more followers I've gotten, like people would just anything. I posted a video like talking about like I have like PTSD and like I have night terrors, right? And the person's like, you think
It's
you're
not a
so
good
you think you're so hot, but it's a picture of me without a shirt on, like shaking because of my PTSD, right? And
because
like,
that's fun.
like yeah, and they're like attacking me. They're like, why are you trying to show your body off? I had like 10 fucking messages in the DM. I'm like,
You really showed your body off.
it was just my shoulders. Like I'm like, because my body's sweet, I guess.
Somebody liked it, right? Like,
Lamar Jackson actually shared that post. That's what got me the followers.
Well, that's good. Yeah, no, I mean, like you gotta raise
I
awareness.
wish you would have attacked me though.
Raise awareness for that kind of
see
stuff.
More aggressive fucking athlete comments on Twitter. You know what I mean?
I did. So I can't get that mad at like Lamar for doing that. It was kind of interesting that because Lamar's been quiet on he's been quiet on Twitter until
that
this
was
point.
A Trump
really,
move.
that was like
a Trump move all day.
Yo, he was on the toilet at midnight and he was like, "Yo, not having it. Done. Boom, 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 boom." Like 104. What's it? It's
he was on the bus headed back.
It's 149 letters now, is it?
Well, bus.
Like,
You think they take bus?
More than that based on
Yeah.
Like Harbaugh just like dogged him out, and fucking his girl's like, "Man, fuck
He's like,
you."
nope. I guarantee, like, because there gets a point where you're just like, nope. Because we've all had that. We're just like, nope, not having it. Like, I'm done with it.
But that's
Fuck
crazy.
you.
So like Justin, like you've had just like a whole thread of just negative shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling you, like, negative feedback makes me better, right? But at a certain point, it's like, okay, I get it, right?
Yeah, was there any negative feedback that you were like, oh,
here's the thing.
Thank you.
You can get all the negative feedback in the world. Is it going to affect you? Is it going to benefit you? Whatever. It's the kind of stuff that it's like, hey, I need to hear this
But
from this person.
You don't need the Russian not closing shit, right?
No, you're right. That kind of stuff is going to go around my head. You know why? Because it doesn't benefit me.
Hey, you remember when you walked out on your tab at fucking One Star, Jeff? I'm like, what does that have to do with my video?
Exactly. So people can hit you with negative stuff all day.
Yeah.
But it's more the context.
Dude, so
of where
like
it's
the
gonna,
more you get, you're gonna have to start watching yourself, man. Maybe delete your Google, like the search.
I mean, I delete my
Are you
Google.
are you top search on Google?
Dude,
if I search, it's
what is-
Justin.
Oh man, I can't wait for it to come. It's gonna come out, dude. Yeah. It is gonna come because you're gonna be famous.
Yeah, what's your search thing come up, Jeff?
Dude, I am not flying. So
Jeff,
like,
well, yeah,
no
what's
fly
your-
list.
Yeah.
The last thing I searched was like how to make a bomb in an elevator, right?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Why would you do that?
I watched a documentary on it.
Jesus Christ.
I was knee deep in YouTube. How
You're
deep
already on a couple lists, Jesus.
Dude,
man.
I got deep on YouTube.
I don't. Yeah, that. Well,
Cheers.
how do you make a bomb? Doesn't matter.
With Red Bull.
Can you actually make a bomb with Red Bull?
Yeah, grape bomb, sour bomb, fucking cherry bomb.
Not bad. Like that.
Once again, Justin, appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you.
Justin, what's your favorite bomb? So that everybody
Jaeger
can
bomb.
The nuclear
Jaeger's bomb, really?
I love Jaeger.
Dude, I did that.
Dude, people sleep on Jaeger now. I don't know why.
Everybody sleeps on Jaeger.
They always say like, "Oh, it's an old person drink." Why?
Some kids were doing that the other night, and fucking, I was like, man, like, let me get back on the Jaeger, right? I took it. I was like,
I'm telling you what I'm not about. Respectfully, I love Rumple. One guy came in today. He had a tab, about 9 Rumple bombs.
oh, I've done
I
that
can't get
before.
behind
Sorry, huh?
That is
Yeah,
a
exactly.
mistake. That is a mistake.
Red Bull and Rumple do not mix.
I did it one
Dead.
time. and
I will drink Rumple.
Get out of my bar.
And
Get out of my
drink
bar
a
right
Red
now.
Bull.
Get out of my bar right now. Get out of my bar.
It's like-
but I got to do. I got
Like low key, I watched him every time though. Like low key, keep from a distance. Like
It's like putting iced tea in Mountain Dew. Like, it's just not.
the
Don't
sleep
I'm
on
saying,
that.
No. But
Don't sleep
Red
on
Bull
that.
and Rumble do not go together. I've done it one time,
correct.
and it was
Yeah,
a
they
mistake.
don't. Those are two different things. But actually, so now that it's winter season, right? It's winter, cold. Chocolate stouts are coming out. You got Screwball. Heard this new bomb. It's basically a car bomb like variant, right? So
we did the
it's chocolate.
Yingling chocolate with
Yeah, dude. The
Screwball.
Yingling chocolate, Screwball,
You do a chocolate rum.
and then not Kahlua. Sorry,
like
Irish cream.
We were doing that
Dude,
last
I'm gonna
year.
cut you off real quick.
fire.
So Yingling is a base brewery. They have the chocolate stout.
Great. That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Chocolate
about.
stout. So
The Hershey is so
don't
good.
confuse that with their American lager because
Yeah.
a stout.
Oh, it's different. Yeah,
a
yeah,
stout is a basic.
I
Is
was,
a
I was,
pale.
I was
ale.
making
Right.
this. I was
So it's
making
an
this
ale,
2
basically.
years ago. Yeah.
Well, dude, Hershey's. So Hershey, the
Literally 2 years ago.
chocolate stout. So chocolate stout,
You're
Screwball,
you're welcome.
and then Irish cream.
Sure, yes.
Dude, it is fire. It's
Dude,
way better than any
you know
other.
that
coffee.
Honestly,
Bro.
I bet I can make that better though. Hear me out real quick.
What's
So,
it? What?
so it's a chocolate porter, right? So ale base,
Mm-hmm.
be kind of sweet,
Yeah.
rather cinnamon. I might go with more of a white Godiva.
Man, get the fuck out of
No,
here.
hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
You're you're talking about.
Add espresso, Vengo, vodka on top.
Dude, Espresso Bingo,
Oh my God.
like nobody cares that anymore. That's
Hey,
like,
is
that
anybody-
makes-
no, hear me out. No,
That
that's
makes
not.
a good. No, I like Espresso Bingo. I
So-
think it makes great drinks.
So that overall, that's gonna taste. So that chocolate lager on top of the white Godiva, it's gonna kind of balance out, even out to the point where it's gonna just taste like this sweet kind of texture.
Yeah.
The espresso vodka on top is gonna make it taste more of like a. I was gonna
Like,
it's gonna sound super messed up. I don't want to say like a black Russian base.
You could with the
but it's
espresso.
gonna-
You could put rum chata with the fucking espresso
No, I would
because the espresso is very
You guys are
bitter. You know what I mean?
getting
That's too
deep
much-
into
that's
mix.
cinnamon.
You guys are getting deep into mixology shit.
You gotta think about it.
if I have it in front of me, I'm using it. So
Dude, I like.
Have you ever had anybody come to One Star and ask you
For a
to
tap-
make
for beer on
a
tap?
espresso martini
I make them all the time.
in One Star?
It's not
Yeah.
hard.
Do you know? Wait, do you
It
not
is
know
not
that?
hard, dude.
You know? Do you not know that I bring in cold brew for that reason?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this girl asked me if I was like, I don't.
Go get some
I was
co-
like,
go
I was
get
like,
some
I don't
co-
have. I was like, I don't have the ingredients for
Dude,
it.
we have-
When they
She's
ask me
like-
for shit
she's
like Tokyo teas, I'm like,
she-
listen, I brought that shit from my house.
You
and
do
shit,
have
yeah.
ingredients, so go get the coffee beans.
She was-
from
she
the
was
back,
like-
right?
she
Just
was
put
like-
coffee beans, fucking
Yeah,
Kahlua
she was
and
like-
fucking
she-
Irish cream, right?
She's
Shake it
like,
up.
do you have espresso vodka? I was like,
If they
I
say
just
espresso,
told,
I'm cutting them off.
I
right
just
there.
If they
told
say
you I
espresso
don't have the
martini,
ingredients.
though, like you can make that happen.
You can make it happen with like different things, but I mean, like it's
Like,
whatever.
people-
Like so, I was out.
How many
this,
people ask for old fashions at fucking One
Oh,
Star?
If somebody,
At least
please,
2 or 3 times a week.
do you throw
Like, I
something
love-
at them?
No.
What about Cooper Libres?
Oh,
I had a
I'm
21-year-old.
jumping over the
He
bar.
looks at me and goes,
If they want a rum and coke, I'll give them a rum. and
t-
coke.
you
I
guys-
look at him and he goes, let me get a Cooper Libre. I'm like, you want a Cape Cod also? All right.
Yeah, you asked me for a-
If they want to, oh yeah, I'll give them a vodka cream. on
Yeah,
top,
I'm like,
that's
ask
fine,
me
I
for a
don't care.
rum and coke and fucking don't waste my fucking
You
time.
ask me
bud.
for either of those two things, I'm jumping over the bar.
And then like I'm like cussing
Oh,
him
I
out,
wish
right?
I
And of
could. I
course
wish I
I give
could.
him 2 rum and cokes. I'm like, that's on me, bud.
Yeah.
I told a girl she asked for water. I told her to go stick her head under the bathroom sink, and she did it. Came back, she's like, I did that. Like it was so great. I'm like, what's your tab? Because I have to pay that tab at that point, right?
Fuck out of here. Like,
But
and
that's
then,
on me.
so
Like,
I like immediately after I was done with that, I finished up, like cleaned up, and then I came to Jeff's house and I was like, knock knock.
who's there?